So an absolute bombshell dropped today, and Warner Brothers, they have gone directly at Amber Heard. That's right, they're calling her out after she has gone after Jason Momoa, James Wan, Elon Musk, and more. This is amazing too, because DC with Warner Brothers, they are going after Heard hard. They're saying that she lied about James Wan, she lied about Jason Momoa, she lied about Aquaman 2, and more. I mean, this tells you she's done. She is absolutely done. You and I, we're going to talk about this today. I mean, this really is fun times. This is fun times indeed. All right. So, hey there to all you fine folks on this fine day, by the way. I hope you are doing excellently. Man, talk about an absolute bombshell by Warner. I mean, I never thought that they would go after AH, but then this article came up. You can tell this is by her shill media, too, saying Aquaman 2 was flooded with drama. Jason Momoa allegedly drunk on set. AH had her scenes cut. Elon Musk led her to WB and more. Now, as far as why Warner does this, I mean, they really take issue with them being attacked, their product being attacked, and their workers being attacked too. So they decide that they're going to go on the offensive. I mean, listen to this. This is amazing here. So the waters are getting choppy. On the same day in mid-September that Warner Brothers dropped the trailer for the $215 million Aquaman in the Lost Kingdom. Cost a lot more money than that, by the way. Embarrassing documents from JD, AH defamation trial, surfaced on Reddit, creating a new headache for the studio behind the film. These have been available for a while, by the way. It's just the media. They never know. Depp fans paid court fees for the release of documents from AH's therapist, Dr. Don Hughes. The raw notes, scribbled on a legal pad, were part of last year's high-profile trial in which JD largely prevailed. Indeed. Whatever. They describe a hostile Aquaman set where an alleged intoxicated Jason Momoa dressed like JD and pushed to have AH booted from the role of aquatic superhero Mira. Jason said he wanted me fired, the note said. Jason drunk, late on set, dressing like Johnny, has all the rings on too. Now his rep, as part of this, they don't get involved at all. But Warner Brothers, DC, they're like, not gonna have that. They push back. You notice, that's the phrasing here. They push back on AH's characterization, saying Jason Momoa conducted himself in a professional manner at all times on the set of Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. Others also echo that sentiment. Jason worked his butt off, I'm going to say. Likes to have a beer once in a while, like everyone, but doesn't show up drunk to set, says an insider who was on the London set in 2021, adding that the two stars got along and were even seen joking together, and he isn't dressing like Depp. He is always dressed in that bohemian style. Apparently, everyone that doesn't stand with her, they're going to have a bullseye on them. Now, AH tries to do damage control with this. First of all, she won't put out her own comment. And anyone thinking, hey, that blacklist I keep talking about ain't real? Yeah, I mean, look at this stuff. What's happening here? So she declines to comment, but a quote-unquote source close to the actress says these notes, they are about Aquaman 2. They reflect a session with Dr. Don Hughes from December 27th, 2021. And another source close to the actress says her lawyers, they fought the release of these therapy notes. Why would they fight them, by the way? Because she threw everyone, and I mean everyone, under the bus. This shows you the mindset here. Now the spice, it must flow, and it keeps on flowing with Warner Brothers not only calling AH out for Jason Momoa, but also putting her on blast for James Wan. Why? Well, listen to this. Quote, Momoa wasn't the only Aquaman principal to land in the crosshairs. The therapy session also painted a picture of her feeling unsupported by the film's director, James Wan. They didn't use that word unsupported, by the way. He was called a harasser. Let's make no mistake about that. And treated like a pariah because of her high profile legal battle with her ex-husband. That's a shot, by the way, at Warner Brothers, not at James Wan. The first part, this is James Wan. He raised his voice at me, saying, I can't even post about Aquaman. Made it like it was my fault. I said, I'm sorry, says Hughes' notes in reference to Wan. Nobody could take selfies with me on the set given blackout. That, like I said, that's about Warner Brothers. She said that there was a blackout imposed. I would believe that too. Nobody would want her talking about that at all. Now, Wan, he decides he's not going to comment on this as well. But guess what? That same Warner DC spokesperson, they decide they're going to blast this too, saying that James is known for treating members of his cast and crew with the utmost respect and for fostering a positive, collaborative environment on set. The Aquaman films were no exception. And remember, James Wan just went to the hospital because of stress-induced stuff. It looks like you have gunning for him right after this. I mean, this is crazy. Now, AH's shill media makes the point of this very clear, too. It's to burn down Jason Momoa and James Wan, reversing what they talked about just a year ago, now saying it wasn't them that saved her job. No, it was Elon Musk. He wrote a fiery letter threatening to burn Warner Brothers down. Instead, listen to how they go after James Wan and Jason Momoa. For now, neither Momoa nor Heard will be promoting the film, given the ongoing strike. But if the strike ends soon, now that the WGA has come to terms, the stars will be junketing, making it difficult for Warner Brothers and Wan to avoid Heard's accusations that her role was significantly cut. Again, she's decided to burn this down. If you don't believe in that blacklist, there it is right there. At least 2 scenes are cut from Aquaman 2. An action sequence that found Mira fighting Black Manta and a love scene with Momoa, according to individuals familiar with the production. Again, that stuff was stated directly by AH, by the way. I'd love to know who their quote-unquote sources are. I bet they're lackeys for AH. Then they talk about other evidence of friction. Again, she's done. This stuff shows it. Why? Because this summer, Momoa unfollowed Heard on Instagram. One source even says that he blocked AH from following him. So he wasn't like, hey, I don't want her around anymore. I don't want this reminder. I want her gone. And to have that, what that tells you is that Momoa, James Wan, others, they knew what she had pulled. You have Warner Brothers, again, calling her out, putting her on blast for all of this. This is desperate stuff, and it has backfired on her spectacularly. But anyway, let me know what you think about this. And as always, appreciate the heck out of you. You make this stuff work. Thank you. Can't say that enough. Want to help the channel out, by the way? Links are in the description. Going to end it with that, too. Thanking you again. See you soon.